Hi everyone, welcome back for another episode of Atoms for the Love of Movie Picks. This time around we're going to be talking about the 2008 hit film Never Back Down. So this film has quite a few well-known actors in it. And just give me 1 second, I'll pull it up here and I'll let you know. So it's got Sean Ferris as the lead character, Jake Tyler. Djimon Hounsou as John Rocha. Amber Heard as Baha Miller. Cam, I'm not sure how to say his last name, Gignadet as Ryan McCarthy. Evan Peters as Max Cooperman. I'm just trying to see if there's any other well-known actors in this one you might recognize. I think that's pretty much the extent of it. So before we get into this, I just want to say one of the cool things about this movie that I like is the music in it. There's a lot of good songs. They're set great to the scenes. They go well with the scenes that they're set to. So you've got Anthem for the Underdogs by 12 Stones. You've got Above and Below by The Bravery. False Pretense by the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. You've got the Crank That, the Travis Barker remix by Soulja Boy. To Be Loved by Papa Roach. Time Won't Let Me Go by The Bravery. Someday by The Flip Side. Face the Pain by Stem, which is actually the UFC theme song, or one of the theme songs. Headstrong by Trapped. The Slam by Toby Mac. I think is it Flashing Lights by Kanye West, I think, is in this as well. So a lot of really good, well-known songs in this movie. So the basis of this movie is centers around Jake Tyler. He is a football player, high schooler from Iowa, who moves with his mother and his younger brother to Orlando, Florida, because his brother is a tennis star and he got a scholarship down there. Jake, of course, doesn't really fit in. He kind of sticks out like a sore thumb being from Iowa. But he quickly learns that the trend down in Orlando right now is mixed martial arts fighting among the kids. His first day there, he finds a bunch of kids fighting under the bleachers. And, later on, a couple days later, he gets invited to a party by Baha Miller, played by Amber Heard. He thinks he's going there to, woo her, maybe end up dating her, get with her, whatever you want to say. Finds out it's actually a trap by her boyfriend, Ryan McCarthy, played by that Cam guy, to get him to fight. Because at the beginning of the movie, you learn very quickly that Jake lost his father to a drunk driving accident, and he was with his father at the time, and he didn't stop his father from driving. So he feels very personally responsible for it, and he himself takes exception to anybody who mentions anything about his dad. You find out he has a quick temper, he's quick to fight about it. So he gets into a fight with a football player at the beginning of the movie in Iowa, because he says something about his dad. So when he's invited to this party and Ryan wants to fight him, he's like, I don't want to fight you, dude. Like, this is not why I'm here. I'm not into this. Like, he doesn't fight for the sake of fighting. He only fights when he gets mad and people say crap about his dad. Well, because of that video, Ryan knows that's his trigger point. So eventually he mentions something about his dad, and of course Jake fights him. Now Jake is a good boxer fighter, like with his hands, but he has no mixed martial arts talent, and Ryan quickly kicks his ass. I wasn't say quickly. He had to put him down 3 times before he finally knocked him out. Like, Jake got the heart, but he doesn't have the skills yet. And it's just about him learning not only mixed martial arts to end up fighting Ryan, but also he learns them with John Rocha, played by Djimon Hounsou, who is amazing as John Rocha, by the way. Not only learns the skills of mixed martial arts, but also learns a way to deal with his anger that he's carrying with him because of the death of his father. Excuse me, folks, there. A little tickle in my throat. So, it's very, it's got a good storyline in that regard. I feel like we can all relate to something that we felt angry about and had to find an outlet for that anger. So it's very good in that. But above that, the other thing I love about it is So at the time this movie came out, 2008, it's hard to believe this movie came out 14 years ago. This movie does not feel like it's that old. As you know, more so that time as I am now. I was really into the UFC. I was a big fan of the UFC. Love watching UFC. So this movie was right up my alley in terms of a UFC style movie, but with amateurs. And in terms of a mixed martial arts movie, it's probably one of the most technically correct movies that I've seen in the different types of submissions. Your arm bars, your rear naked chokes, your knee bars, stuff like that, omoplatas. All the various things, and also just ground and pound, and the Muay Thai and the clinching and stuff like that. Very technically correct and sound, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a mixed martial arts expert by any means, but it looks pretty good to me. And there's some great fight scenes in this. Very shortly after Jake has a bad day training with Jean Roca, he gets in a fight with 3 losers in a yellow Hummer and just beats the snot out of them. It's one of my favorite fight scenes. It's just awesome. And, using the skills he learned from Jean Roca. And, at the very end, you got this underground illegal tournament called the Beatdown, which is where he goes to have his final clash with Ryan. And that is epic in itself, some of the fights that are in that. Big fan of this movie. If you've never seen Never Back Down, highly recommend you check it out. It is a phenomenal movie. If you're a fan of mixed martial arts, if you're a fan of just a good storyline, if you're a fan of like teenage angst and drama, or all of it put together and combined with great music, like I said, this is the movie for you. The back has a good line. It's a little Karate Kid, a smidge of Fight Club, and a lot of the OC. I think that is a very apt description of this movie. So yeah, check it out. You will not be disappointed. That's all for now, folks. We'll see you next week. Take care and have a good night.